I'm pleased to be joined by Tony Allen, the Vice President of Global Internal Manufacturing for Ortho Clinical Diagnostics. Tony, thanks for a few minutes.
Thank you very much, Mark.
You have a significant presence in our community here in Rochester. Tell our viewers, what do you do at Ortho Clinical Diagnostics?
Okay, Ortho Clinical Diagnostics is one of the largest pure-play in vitro diagnostic companies, Mark. 70% of medical decisions are based on diagnostic results. And what we do is we provide hospital networks, clinical labs, laboratories, and donor centers with the tool and technology to test patient samples and to test patient samples with very high reliability and accuracy and throughput. So we provide those tests to those various to test patients' results, and we're very, very passionate about what we do. We know that there are key decisions that are being made that impact people's lives and people's health, and we ortho folks are very much aware that every test is a life.
Help our viewers understand the integral role your company has played during the COVID pandemic.
Yeah, during when they initially started, Mark, what we had is back in the beginning of 2020, we obviously saw what was going on. We made a decision at our corporate level that we know we had the technology and the know-how to be able to develop a COVID test. And what we did is actually we mobilized our Center of Excellence here, our Center of Excellence for R&D here in Rochester. And the team there worked night and day, worked all the hours that God could give them. And they developed a COVID antibody and antigen test. We launched that test. We manufactured the test here in Rochester, and we began shipping in the spring of 2020. During the initial release of our COVID antibody and antigen tests, we were recognized by the federal authority on the effectiveness and reliability and the accuracy of our test. And we went into partnership with BARDA, and they actually gave us some initial funding of $13 million to continue to develop tests that would address the various COVID variants that were appearing from the initial stages as such. That continued, and then BARDA obviously continued to realize that we had more potential here in terms of the manufacturing, and they decided to give us federal grants to the tune of $53 million to fit out one of our existing sites in the Canal Ponds area with very, very high technology medical device manufacturing equipment. And now we're in the process of actually fitting that facility out. And at the beginning of next year, we'll have the capability to manufacture 80 million tests per annum and assemble 300 analyzers that will be used to run those tests. So we're very, very proud that we've been recognized at a federal level for our expertise, for our technical knowledge, and our agility to be able to respond to the needs of the American folks.
Tony, I did want to ask a follow-up there. There's so much emphasis right now on the vaccines, yet this testing is going to continue to be important in the post-vaccine era, isn't it?
Yes, of course it is, Mark. You're very, very right there. There will continue to be variants appearing of the COVID and virus, and we continue to develop new tests. We will continue to develop new tests and to be able to verify those new variants. And what we'll do is we will, according as we develop those new tests, we will continue to launch them from our facility here in Rochester. The great thing about this thing, Mark, is that what we're doing is we're setting up an infrastructure a manufacturing and development infrastructure that will respond to future pandemics, whether it's COVID or various other pandemics, viral pandemics as they happen. And we will have this domestically here in the US, ready to respond if needed. Now, that's another huge upside to this investment, is that it does give us the ability to, solidify our presence here in Rochester from a point of view of our technical knowledge and our manufacturing capability. And it certainly does put us in a great place to be part of our long-term strategy for Ortho Clinical Diagnostics.
Let's finish here, Tony. I did want to ask you, help our viewers understand Ortho's history here in our community in Rochester and how the company is helping our community grow as well.
Yeah, very good. So, Mark, we have a considerable presence here in Rochester. We originated as a J&J company many years back, and then we actually now are our standalone company, Ortho Clinical Diagnostics. We just went public at the beginning of this year in the NASDAQ in Wall Street. We have 3 main facilities in the Rochester area. We have an R&D center of excellence in the Canal Ponds area. We have a very large manufacturing site in Eastman, and just off Ridgeway Avenue in the Eastman Business Park. And we have another manufacturing site in Lee Road. All in all, between the 3 sites, we have approximately 1,200 people. So that's a significant impact on the economy and on the communities surrounding Rochester area.
Tony, it's fascinating to contemplate the critical role your company is playing, the ongoing role it's playing during the pandemic. We thank you for your expertise and your time as well.
Thank you very much, Mark. And you can be rest assured we're very, very proud Rochesterians up here to be associated with what we're doing.
Sounds terrific. Tony, again, thank you. More online, orthoclinicaldiagnostics.com. We'll share that link on our site at rochesterfirst.com.